Hey everyone, I'm Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch and crafting. Today's Wednesday, August 27th, 2025, and this is video 135. I thought I would remember, but nope, I have to look. Welcome back everybody. My videos are about cross stitching, always cross stitch. I love to cross stitch. I also like talking about yarn crafts like crochet. I do want to start a knitting project one of these days again. It's been a long time. I made the mistake of working on a blanket that was knitted right after a surgery I had. That was a bad idea because I screwed it all up and I had to ditch it. So I would like to start maybe a knit project one of these days. But today we're going to talk about cross stitch. I'll show you my crochet blanket. I'll show you some project bags that I've been working on. I've really enjoyed sewing, both hand sewing and machine sewing. I've really enjoyed that. I'm getting better with my project bags. I've sold some and I do plan on giving some as a giveaway. Not this video because I am going to be leaving on a trip soon and I'll tell you all about it. So first of all, thank you so much for those that bought me a coffee. There's a link in my profile down below in the notes. And that always goes to giveaways. It always goes back to you guys. So a huge thank you guys for doing that. I appreciate that. When you win giveaways on my channel, you do not pay for shipping. I send them out. I do mail international. And you know what? It gets pricey. So I do appreciate that. Thank you so much, you guys. Let's see, what have I been up to? We've been busy. I'm getting ready to leave September, I believe the 22nd for North Carolina. We are all a group of friends that I go to every October and February. Barefoot Needleart in Surfside Beach, South Carolina has a retreat. And I love going. And they are also having a retreat in Georgia next year in May, which I am going to go to. So I've got 3 Barefoots, hopefully next year. We'll see if I get into the other 2, but I did get into the May one. So let's talk about the first one coming up. It's in October. It's always the first weekend of October. Barefoot Needleart is in, their retreat is in Myrtle Beach. The shop is in Surfside, which is only 15 minutes away. It's great. They are wonderful people. I love going. It is my favorite retreat. So if you ever get the chance to come down that way, join Barefoot Needleart's Facebook group. They will tell you when the next retreat's coming and when registration opens. If there's a wait list, join it. I can't say enough. It's a great retreat. So I'm going to be leaving soon, but we're leaving early because I'm super excited. We're in escrow buying a new house, and I don't want to say where yet because it's not complete. I don't want to say, oh, we have a new house here, and then it, escrow falls through or something happens, and then that didn't happen. So once this happens, I'll let you guys know. But we are excited to live on the East Coast. We are going to keep our California house because of my medical doctors. My insurance is fantastic. I don't want to lose that. And plus Rick has my husband has some business out here as far as work. So we'll be going back and forth like every 3 or 4 months. That's our plan for now. But if escrow closes and everything goes great, then we will be traveling to the East Coast on the 22nd of September. The retreat, we will be leaving, I believe it's the Wednesday before the retreat. And then the first weekend of October, I'll be down in South Carolina. And we always drive. I meet my friend Michelle McGraw. She has YouTube videos made by Michelle McGraw. We are really good friends. We love driving down together. We laugh the whole way down. And my friend Gina's coming with me. So she's going to fly out to Charlotte. We're all meeting together there, and then we're going to drive down. So I'll fill you in on that retreat when I get back. It's always a lot of fun. I want to get started with this video because I have a lot to show you. It's been about a month and a half since I've come back to see you. So since I'm getting ready for the retreat, I had to get my hair done yesterday. It is flat as a board because I get it straightened when I go to the beach. So it gets kind of like in shock. So it's a little out of control. It's in my eyes right now, which is driving me crazy. So if during the video you see me blinking and my hair is in my eyes, please just lean forward up to your iPad or up to your TV and just go and blow it out of my face. Please do that for me. Thank you, because it is driving me crazy. The first couple of days after I get my blowouts, it's like I said, it's flat as a board, but it gets in my eyes and it's kind of in shock. Your hair is kind of in shock a little bit, but I love getting them because I have good hair when I'm down at the beach. And let's face it, humidity and beach weather equals bad hair. So anyway, guys, I'm glad you're back. Thank you to all of you who have come back to watch my videos. And a big hello to my new subscribers. Welcome. We're going to have some fun. So let's talk about some things that have been going on. I did have some questions in my last video, and quickly I'll go through those. Someone asked me about DMC 115. DMC is this particular DMC number 115 is a variegated. I use it a lot in my projects. I don't have one with me now, but during my project, you can see the color change from light to dark. That's a good picture right there. You can see the variegation of the thread. People have asked me, when I pull out a thread, yes, you can use just one thread. I like to use two. I use 2 strands on 32 count. That's my favorite. So when you pull them out, just grab some thread like this. What I end up doing is I pull out, we'll just say this is 2 threads. I don't have my glasses either. So everything's all blurry. Anyway, I pull out my threads and I pull out a nice long piece. And as you know, it variegates. It's different colors. So it goes from dark to light. So people have asked me, when you're stitching, how do you join your threads? Like, how do you start a new color? Or how do you start it? Do you have to, if you end with the darker part of the thread, so you can see it's a little darker on this end than it is on this end. If you end it and it's light, do you have to start it back up with the light part of the thread? Nope. All I do is cut my thread. I start stitching wherever I want. If it ends with the lighter part of the thread here, and then it starts suddenly going, if I cut off a new piece and it's a drastically like dark piece, I don't care. I start my next stitch. So when you look at the picture in a whole, it's all variegated. You don't have to stop it with the light color part of the thread and then think to yourself, oh gosh, how am I going to do this? I've got to pull out the exact same type, color. No, just cut your thread, start it with whatever color is next. It could go from the light color to the dark within the next stitch. Doesn't bother me. I just keep stitching and I start whatever color it is on that thread, and I just keep going. And then when you look at your whole picture, yeah, you can see color changes, but that's what your thread's all about, is color changes. So it doesn't bother me. I just go with whatever comes off my thread. Next question. There was a chart called Ducks in the Orchard. Someone asked me about that. I'll show you a picture here. I had originally started it on a fabric that was dark. I love the fabric, but it just didn't go with that chart. It went with a lot of the colors, but some of the colors weren't showing up that well. And I really wanted it to show up better. So I ditched it. I have not completed that. I have not worked on it. I need to find a good, in the picture, it looks purple. I'll show you again here. It's got a purplish type of dye to the fabric. I just have not found the right fabric yet. So that's a ditch. Somebody asked me, I showed a Luca S kit where I got the kit. It's a full kit, comes with instructions, thread, chart, and fabric. Beautiful, beautiful kits. But when I pulled it out, one of my pages was cut off the top. So I didn't have the thread legend with the symbols. 3 of the symbols were cut off. I emailed and emailed and emailed. I sent probably 6 or 7 emails because I found like 3 different emails. No response to any of them. So my friend Kenny, he told me, why don't you send him a message on Facebook, like Facebook Messenger? And I thought, okay, I'll do it. And then send one through Instagram Messenger as well. I did get an automated response on Instagram that said, we don't do responses here. Okay, fine. So Facebook Messenger, I ended up sending them a message. Crickets. I got no response until about a month and a half to 2 months later. If you can believe this, someone said, hello. And I said, hello. Well, there's a lot of spam on Messenger. So I'm not crazy about like using Messenger and thinking that the person behind the message is a real person. So they're all, hello. I said, hello. They said, I see you have a problem with your chart. What can I do to help you? And I'm like, oh, I think this is a real person. I'm going to ask them. If they ask me personal information, I'm not going to give it to them because I don't know if this is really them. It was really them. I was thrilled. She sent me the proper chart. So that way the symbols on the actual picture were, not the picture, but the legend She sent me the whole legend. So I couldn't be happier, but it was just so random, like Facebook Messenger. But then what's funny is I got a questionnaire about their service through email. They said, how was our response to your email? Non-existent. Anyway, Luca asks, will I buy another kit from them? Absolutely. Would I have bought one if I had not heard from them? Yes. It's a beautiful kit. Beautiful threads, well organized. So if you ever see a kit online and it says Luca S, I can't speak highly enough for them because the kit itself is beautiful and they did get back to me. So just wanted to let you guys know that. Somebody had written to me and asked. Last question, Hemingway fabric. You're going to see a finish on Hemingway fabric. Somebody asked, hey, who makes Hemingway? I love that fabric. It is Needle and Flax. So if you Google Needle and Flax cross stitch fabric, you'll see other kinds. I think they also do Dirty Teacup. That might be theirs. I love Dirty Teacup. In fact, I'm going to show you a finish on Dirty Teacup. I believe that's also made by Needle and Flax. So Hemingway, Needle and Flax fabrics. They're a dyed fabric. Let's talk about some news going on. I covered that we are in escrow for a new house. Getting ready for the retreats. Lots of you asked about Deuce, my German Shepherd. He is doing great. Yesterday was National Dog Day. We spent the day with, we spend every day with them, but we always give them something special. So they got a little toy each and play ball with them. And Deuce is recovered from his surgery. He's doing amazing. So thank you for asking. Let's go on to, lots of you have asked, how do I get into your Facebook group? My Facebook group is Stitching space number 911. Stitching 911 is my group. We are actually having a stash dive this weekend. Now, normally we do not have buying and selling. My Facebook group is only for people and their progress for cross stitch and yarn and thread craft. So if you've quilted something and you're dying to show somebody, show us. We want to see it. I love showing you guys my progress, new charts that are coming out, finishes that I've done, like some cross stitch finishes. It's a great group. We only talk about crafting. We do not talk about life issues. We don't talk anything else except crafting. It's a lot of fun. So some of you have asked, hey, I noticed your group is closed. Yes, it's closed unless you write to me. So send me an email. I'll put my email address here. You can send me an email. You are more than welcome to come in if you are interested in seeing people's progress for cross stitch and yarn crafts. This weekend only. If you are a part of my group already, you're going to start seeing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're having stash dive. Now, I normally do not have buying and selling in my group. It is not that kind of a group unless it's stash dive. So grab your things that you already, charts that you've already stitched, fabric you got, and you're like, I don't really like this fabric. Sell it in my group. We're going to do it for 3 days only, and that's it. And then we close it. Everything will be deleted on Monday. Take a screenshot. If you are participating, take a screenshot. Remember who wrote to you, because during the week it's going to be deleted. So get rid of some of your things. You are welcome to offer giveaways. That's another thing that is closed in my group. My group is international, so I do giveaways international. Everyone's welcome to put in for it. So that will be a weekend. If you do want to do a giveaway in the group, you're more than welcome. I have told people you're more than welcome to ship within your own country. So say you're in the Netherlands and you really don't want to ship to the US, or you don't want to ship to Canada or England. You're more than welcome to just say, hey guys, I'm in the Netherlands. I'm selling this fabric. Netherlands shipping only. I'm okay with that. That's okay, because during the week I will ship sometimes international if I have a giveaway, which I haven't done in a while. But anyway, you're more than welcome. If you're in Canada and you want to just ship within Canada, that's okay too. So it's going to be fun. Stash dive in my group, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this week only. Let's talk about some things that I've been working on. Okay, so the watermelon tourmaline that I showed in my last video. Let me pull it out. My friend Kenny, that I just mentioned a little while ago, had a birthday in August. He is Kenny Stitches on YouTube. He had a good idea. He said, let's all do a stitch along in honor of my birthday. Pick a project that you have joined a previous stitch along or start along where a group of people are starting either the same project or the same designer. So in my case, I had joined a group a couple years ago, and we did a Carolyn Manning stitch along. We actually even did it in my Stitching 911 group as well. We all said, let's pick a Carolyn Manning and let's start it together and stitch it together. Now, nobody stitches together. We start it and then you're on your way. You can show your progress when you work on it. So Kenny said, for my birthday, he said this on his channel, Kenny Stitches, let's all do a stitch along based on old stitch alongs that you've not completed yet. It's called the Abandon Sal, which is S-A-L, stitch along. It's called the Abandon Sal. So Kenny had said, let's all grab one of our projects that we've never completed, that we started with other people, and join my stitch along, the Abandon Sal. So I started I grabbed my watermelon tourmaline. I showed this in previous videos and I have been working on it. I'm going to continue working on it in the next couple of days. This is by Carolyn Manning. It is gorgeous. Now, I never thought I would like this kind of a project. I thought, am I going to like stitching solid colors? Because up close you can see the solid squares and triangles and stuff. Am I really going to like this? I love it. It's addicting. It's a good stress reliever. It is just, I can't stress enough how much I love this project. It's just very relaxing. It's perfect to do when you're at a retreat because it's just repetitive and it's just blocks of color. So I grabbed my Carolyn Manning watermelon tourmaline. If you guys remember, I have shoulders and clavicle surgery coming up. I have a replacement coming up and I can't lift my arm, so I'm going to do my best. So that's my progress. I think that's gorgeous. Those pinks and those greens. Let me show it up close with the light so you can really see it. It's so pretty. Anyway, I'm going to do my best. I cannot raise my arm. I was supposed to have surgery October 8th, but because we are going back east, I had to cancel my surgery. So I'm hoping for November. I'm on a call list. So hopefully October or November. And oh gosh, this is hard. Sure is going to be nice to have a working arm again. So that's my progress on watermelon tourmaline. I got some of the middle done. It's so pretty. Okay, so that's what I worked on with Kenny's Abandoned Sal. What else have I been into? Rescuing vintage needlework. I went to a couple thrift shops. Didn't have any luck. Couldn't find some good cross stitch that I could take out of a frame or that I could save from, basically a thrift shop. I don't want it to be thrown out. Someone's needlework is important. So I found 2 pieces of a vintage. I don't know anything about the charts. I should have researched that, but I want to show you the 2 charts that I got that I saved from the thrift shop. And I want to show you, hopefully this doesn't move the camera. I want to show you what I'm going to plan on doing with these projects. So I want to say a huge thank you to the initials are, where's her initials? Oh, there she is, MB. I don't know who she is. I don't know where she's from, but I love her work. What do I plan on doing with it? I plan on doing project bags. So this is saved needlework number 1. Isn't that barn beautiful? The colors are a little washed out right now with the lighting in here. Let me see if I can show it up close. If they're pinks and greens, and gosh, they're light pinks and greens and brown. And I just love this. It's so pretty. She must have done it on a type, like oatmeal type of fabric, because you can see the oatmeal and you can also see the discoloration here because she had it framed. So what I did is I'm going to cut around it and put it on a project bag, and I have one finished to show you. Let me see if this lighting makes any difference. Not really. You can see the pink on the roof, and you can see the birds right here is pink, green back in here. And then, like I said, she disguised her initials right here, and I love that. I know a lot of you guys like to sign your needlework. For some reason, I don't. I don't know why. I think it's because if something happens to me someday and my needlework goes to a thrift shop, I want someone to save it. And if I've got my name on it, I feel like people may not save it. I don't know. It's just something, it's my own personal preference. I can't encourage you enough to go ahead and put your initials or your name, who stitched it. I love that. But for me personally, when I stitch, I don't put my name. I will put it on the back. Like if it's framed, I'll put it on the back. And if they don't want to keep it, then I have that option. So anyway, saved needlework number 1. Isn't that beautiful? I'll research this. If you guys know the name, put it down below in the notes. But anyway, how beautiful. Look at all that back stitching. It's just gorgeous. I love that I saved it. And MB, I think you did a fantastic job. So let me show the partner that I stitched. That I saved. I made it into a project bag and I could not be happier with it. I'm just so thrilled with how it came out. And this is needlework number 2 that I saved by the same stitcher, and I made it into a project bag. It was so much fun to make. It's just, I love it. I really love this bag. And I'm not keeping it. I am going to give it away or sell it. I'm going to sell it, I guess, if someone wants it. I did put some project bags that I made on Instagram. Those sales all go back to giveaways. I do this for fun. But I just realized that I didn't give you guys the opportunity to have some bags because not all of you have Instagram. So I will in the future. I promise to do that. I won't be able to offer it right now because I am going to be leaving in a couple months and in a couple weeks, and I don't know when I'm going to be back to send them to you. I don't want you to have to purchase a bag for me and then wait for me to have to ship it. That's not fair to you guys. So anyway, eventually this bag will be, if I could hold it straight, that would be nice. Anyway, eventually this bag will be offered. I put some rickrack around to highlight the green. And I think this is perfect because it reminds me of the grass around the area here, what I would picture to be next to the barn. And then I put some little buttons. Well, this was actually something that was made. And then it's got a little bird. I don't know, there's a glare if you can see that. It's got a little bird, but I wanted to make sure that the buttons matched also. But anyway, that's my finish. And then this is the back, just plain, like I wanted something that reminded me of farm and country. And that's my first bag that I made with some needlework that I saved. Very, very happy with that. I think it came out really pretty. Okay, I wanted to tell you about a YouTuber that I found while searching for project bag tutorials. You guys know I've made some project bags with a zipper on the top. I love them. My instructor was Beth, the Red Cross Stitcher on YouTube, and she has a tutorial that is very easy to follow, and she really does a good job with teaching. And I asked Beth, do you have one where it zips in the front? And I'm going to show you in a few minutes. And she says, I'm thinking about doing a tutorial. And I said, okay, well, let me know when you have it up. Probably not before the retreat. And I really wanted to make some bags with a zipper in the front. So I went searching and I found Corynne, and Corynne has been wonderful. She's a fantastic teacher, and her YouTube channel is Corey Creates. Phenomenal. And I made a project bag because of her. I've made several bags with a zipper in the front. So let me explain why she really works for me, because she starts from the beginning. She talks to you about pressing versus ironing. She talks to you about zipper foots. I didn't know anything about a zipper foot. I mean, I did, but I didn't know I had one. What do they look like? There was a few unanswered questions when I go to make the front facing zipper bag, if that makes sense. So anyway, long story short, I watched her video. It is considerably longer than the other videos that I've watched. I also watched a good one, Elizabethann Can Stitch, gave a great tutorial. It's much, much shorter, to the point, but there was some unanswered questions that I had, and I didn't want to bother Elizabethann with 1,000 questions. So I looked for another video, and I kind of put the two videos together in a way. When I had a question, I would write to Corynne, but I wasn't bombarding her with a ton of questions because she answered them in her video. Her video's longer. It's like an hour and 50 minutes. But if there's parts of it you already know, you just fast forward. So anyway, Corynne will go through everything from the beginning to the end, and it is phenomenal. So I came out with project bags because of her and because of Elizabethann Can Stitch also. So anyway, her name is Corynne, Corey Creates, check her out. And on Instagram, she is Corey Creates 08. So, and it's right, her tutorial on her YouTube is right after her video number 34. Check her out. Back to the bag. Here's my bag that I made because of, I'm going to say Corynne on this one because I had questions and I went back to her video and watched it about 2 more times. So here's how it came out. It's got the zipper in the front, exactly what I wanted. The other ones, the zipper are on the top. I love them both, but I wanted to try something new. So this is my finish. And this will also be available in my next video. I'll have you guys email me. If you guys are interested, I want to give you guys first choice next time for the bags that go on sale. So anyway, I love this bag. I think it's so pretty. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's by Moda, mushrooms on the back, matching fabric. And Corynne explained it perfectly to me. She explained, like I said, the zipper foot. She explained how to manipulate fabric. She reminds you, you are stronger than your fabric. And she's very direct about that. And I love that. She says, you are stronger than your fabric. Manipulate it the way you want. Pin it. She talks about pinning. She talks about the clips. Fantastic video. So go check out Corynne's video and you may just walk away with a bag just like I did. I'm so excited about this bag. I think it's just so pretty. And I did a liner in the middle. She explains about liners. This one, you can't see it. It's got ribbons. It's like a bow. You can't really see the inside too well. Anyway, my first bag that I did thanks to her and thanks to some pointers from Elizabethann Can Stitch also. Thank you guys so much. But I just, like I said, I feel like Corynne's video really got to me. It really made a difference in my sewing and learning the basics for someone that really needed that. Let me show you a few other bags that I've made before I go on to the cross stitch. I mentioned the zipper top bags. I've made some more. I got some more of that vintage looking fabric where it's got the old postage stamps. It's got the lace and the old vintage buttons. And I made another project bag. This is another one that is just so much fun. This is Beth's tutorial, the red cross stitcher on the top. So I wanted to mention these ladies because they did such an amazing job. I walked away with project bags and it's just a lot of fun. This inside I think is also the ribbons. Yes, it's the same inside. So anyway, lots of fun. It's got a cloth pull so it doesn't fall off. And that's beautiful. I think this fabric is so much fun. Love the vintage look. Let me show 2 more. This is the next bag that I did. Same, I had to go back to Corynne's video for a few pointers and I did 1 more of these. I love that blue pumpkin. Same, backing's a little bit different. Doesn't have the mushrooms, it's just got leaves. And then the inside is the same, it's the bows. I've made some lefty bags where it pulls from this way, and I also made some righty bags where it pulls that way. So anyway, I just wanted to show that. The last bag I want to show is one that I had so much fun with. I think this might be a gift for someone, I'm not sure, but this is the next bag that I made, the zipper top. Just gorgeous Moda fabric. And I did the heart, I did like an applique around. I love this bag and I hope she likes it. The backing, beautiful, gorgeous fabric. And then for this one, I ended up putting a little bird, it's cross-stitched. This one's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna do more bags. I will offer them to you as giveaways and I'm gonna have some for sale if you guys are interested. Not this video, when I get back. Okay, let's talk about some finishes, some cross-stitch finishes. First of all, somebody asked me, what do you do with your old needles? That's a good question. What do you do with your old needles and your old broken sewing machine needles? Because I have broken a few sewing machine needles. Somebody asked me what I use and I thought that was just such a cute answer. I don't have any specific gadget that I use to put sharp things in. I just use my little can that I got from England. It's William and Catherine's wedding. And I just thought you guys might like to see that. And I wrote back to them and said, yeah, I just use a can. And then I, put them in the trash in something safe and secure. And, if it ever gets full, but I don't see it happen. I don't see me having needles filling this whole thing anytime soon, but I thought that was just so fun. I just love this. It says Royal Wedding, William and Catherine, 29th of April, 2011. It's just a can, you know, you can see. Oh, and I've got a rotary cutter, an old rotary cutter in here also. But I thought that was so fun to show you guys. I got that when we went to London. I just love that. On the top, it says Royal Wedding. It had tea inside, black tea. That's what I use. Anyway, I thought that would be fun to show you guys. So let's show some finishes. The first finish I want to show is a tribute to the Attic Needlework owner. When she passed away a few months back, Jean is my good friend. I showed you pictures of her in my last video. Jean loved 56 count. She loved the color red. And someone did a cross-stitch chart based on her famous words. She has famous words. She used to tell you all the time, never, what did she say? Always forward. You like, keep going, keep going. Always forward, never backward. And that's the name of the chart, Always Forward by Mrs. Flossie. Now, I changed mine a little bit. When I saw Jean, based on a conversation I had with her, I had a question about something. I had messed something up. She goes, nope, always forward, never back. So I didn't stitch the word backward. I remember her saying back. So my finish is on 56 count in tribute to Jean, a tribute to her because she loved 56. I also did it in red, and I did it on Dirty Teacup by Needle and Flax. The fabric is my favorite. I love the modeling without being too much. So anyway, that's my finish. I used silk because Jean loved silk, and I picked 103 silks by Alversois, and that's my finish. So I did manipulate it a little bit. I put always forward, never back. I left W-A-R-D, backward. I left that off. I put a heart for Jean, and I put Jean's name. It's very tiny. I don't think you'll be able to read it, maybe. But that's my finish, and I'm very proud of it. I'm going to make it into a little dough bowl pillow and put it on the back, in the back here for display. Okay, my next finish is by Cherry Hill Stitchery, and it's on 32 count Hemingway. I just mentioned Hemingway. Someone had a question about that. This is my next finish. This was a lot of fun. Gosh, that lighting looks good today. Very rare do I get a good day of lighting. But anyway, snow is falling, hot cocoa is calling. Aren't these beautiful colors? I just love this. Cherry Hill Stitchery, 32 count. I always use 2 threads when I stitch on 32. 32 is my favorite. And again, this is Hemingway. That's what someone was asking. See the modeling at the bottom? It's just so beautiful. It is my favorite fabric. I'll buy it by the yard if I can, whenever it's available. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get. So Needle and Flax is the maker of the fabric. I stitched it, and I just think wouldn't that be cute as a project bag? Gosh, that'd be adorable. Very, very cute. Okay, let's change subjects here. I wanted to show you a finish, a fully finish done by Vonna Pfeiffer. I stitched the front of it, and she finished it for me. Normally, I do my own pillows, but I was starting to have a pretty good stack of cross stitch that I had finished, and I really needed some help in finishing. So she did the finish for me after I sent her my finished cross stitch. So this is a Prairie Schooler. She did a beautiful job, and I don't know what book it is. I can find that out and let you guys know next time, but he's just so cute. I love that cardinal. And Prairie Schooler is the designer of the chart. That's the backing fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? And then she did the edging using DMC thread, 2 colors. There's a tutorial on her videos. And if you look under Vonna, the Twisted Stitcher on YouTube, Vonna Pfeiffer, she will have instructions on how to make this cording. And then she attached the cording and made the hanger. And now I've got a very cute ornament for my tree for Christmas. And again, the backing fabric is perfect. I just love that. Next, let's switch gears here to crochet, and then I'm going to go back to some cross stitch that I'm working on. This is a baby blanket. It is my second time making this blanket. Same pattern, same colors. It is so much fun. It is the popcorn stitch. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold this. It's a little heavy. And there we go. I've been working on this. This is about how big it is. It is a ripple. It's called Sweet Snooze by Leisure Arts. It's in a book, and if you want to know the pattern, write to me, send me an email, and I'll send it to you. I'll send you the name of the chart so you can, or the book. I don't have it handy. I showed it in a previous video, but anyway, this is one of my favorite patterns, the ripples, the popcorn stitch, one of my favorites. So I did want to pull this out and show you guys. This is really going to be a lot of fun. I'll be able to work on it when I have my shoulder surgery, and I'm going to be in a sling for 2 months, he said, at least 2 months. And because I'm having some other stuff fixed as well while he's inside, and that all needs to heal. So I will be doing some coloring. My friend Jan sent me a color book and some pens. Jan has a floss tube. She is Hoop It Up with Jan. I love it. I'll put her down below. But I can't thank her enough because she gave me something to do. I won't be able to stitch for probably the first couple months, maybe. I'll see. I can stitch with my left hand. I did it before. If my husband puts it on the Patoki stand for me and I have it in my lap, I can stitch with my left hand. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to stitch. But color books, oh my gosh, I can't thank her enough. That will keep me busy. I might be able to crochet a little bit, but isn't that phenomenal? It's just so pretty. It's just such a pretty blanket. Okay, let's talk about a new start. I told you in the last video that I joined the By the Bay Needleart Seaside Alphabet Sampler. And this is what it looks like. Each block is an alphabet letter with a object of that letter. So I did block A, starting with block A. It comes out every month. It comes out at the end of the month and you get 4 charts. So I got A, B, C, and D, but I only completed A so far. I chose 32 count Vintage Country Mocha because the blue fabrics did not work. And I didn't want to buy new fabric. I had plenty of fabric in another color. I chose Vintage Country Mocha. So take a look at A. Take a look at the house. Right below the house, you'll see some sand. If you're stitching this, pay attention to that because I think there might be a chart error. It is a dark green and it blended in with the house. And I couldn't figure out, like, why is my house not showing? And sure enough, it's the wrong symbol. I just filled in, like the picture, I filled in the sand. I'll show you the cross stitch. So you can see here, beautiful colors. How pretty is that going to be? It is so much fun. But right here below the sand, below the house is sand, and that's how it's charted, but the symbol is wrong. At least on my chart, it's wrong. It's like this dark color. So when you stitch the dark color, you cannot see the house. And I just went ahead and followed the picture that she had and filled in this area here with the sand, and it came out really cute. So A is for anchor. It's By the Bay Needleart is the designer. I did end up, I got some beads, which I may put the beads, I got these right here. I ended up getting some beads off of 1, 2, 3 Stitch in the purpley colors because I thought, okay, if my French knots are ugly, I'm gonna pull them out. But I have to say, I'm proud of myself. I think the French knots in the bushes here, they came out and it gives it texture. So I'm going to keep them. Very proud of myself on those French knots. I think they look pretty good. A little bit of back stitching here on the sailboat. Here for anchor, which is super easy. She charted it phenomenal, very easy charting for back stitch. And then right here on the anchor itself. So that's a little finish and I love this. I'll be working on B next. Okay, the next thing that I worked on, let me look at my notes real quick, is Fern Flower by Al Forest Embroidery. This is gorgeous on black. It is a fable. I thought I had it written. Let me see if I have the paper. 1 second. Okay, so this is Al Forest Embroidery. It's called Fern Flower. I'm a little shaky because I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten since yesterday afternoon. Fern Flower. It is, and here's what they said about this. Our ancestors not only worked hard, but also knew how to celebrate. Festivals and traditions filled their lives with joy throughout the year. Autumn was marked by harvest celebrations. Winter brought sledding, carols, and snow games. Spring with circle dances. Summer nights were bonfires and floating flower wreaths. And the search for the magical fern flower on Ivan Kupala night. In Slavic mythology, Ivan Kupala celebrated summer solstice, which is believed to be the one night of the year when the mythical fern flower bloomed. And that's it right there. So I thought that was such a neat story. It's a mythical fern flower, and it only blooms one night of the year during summer solstice. So I wanted to tell you that little story because it does, this chart does have a story. And I don't have a lot of progress on it, but I will show what I have so far. I did it on black, me and my friend Gina, and excuse any dog hair and like yarn. I had my crochet next to it, so there's some fuzzy yarns next to it. So that's my progress so far. Not much, but I did get, the girl had a lot of stitching in her dress. But that's my progress so far on fern flower. I'm gonna keep working on it, and I'll show you guys, hold on just a second. I'll show you guys next time. I started in the top left corner. It's always easier to see when you look at the chart. Top left corner. And that's my progress so far on fern flower. I think that's going to be pretty, but I just love the story behind it. I thought that was such a great story. Next, I worked on Snow White. It is the Poison Apple by Bella Filipina. This is just a printer picture. It's not very pretty. It's kind of blurry. Colors are vibrant and beautiful. This is my progress so far. Isn't she gorgeous? She's gonna have beads. So the little blank spots you see in her hair and her dress are beads. I have not put those on yet. Let me move forward and see if you can see the sparkle in the apple. There is treasure braid. I don't think it's gonna show that well. The sparkly apple. There is sparkle in her bodice. Yeah, again, I don't think you can see it as well on the camera, but isn't she beautiful? Look at the colors of her hair, and very, very pretty. That's it. Maybe the lighting's a little better. It's always better on this side of the camera. She's beautiful. I'm gonna work some more on her. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can raise this just a little more. Okay, that's a little bit better lighting. She's so pretty. I wanted to do the hard stuff first. Now I say hard, but it actually is not hard at all. I did her face and her arms. There's some quarter stitches that I was a little intimidated by the quarter stitches, but they are easy. If you just look at your chart and you stitch it the way they tell you, you can't go wrong. And look at how beautiful and delicate her face is. She came out beautiful. Now I need to give her another arm and finish the bottom of the dress. And then I can start putting some beads on. But anyway, she's very pretty. This, funny enough, Kenny, my friend, had a stitch along for his birthday last year, and this is the one that I did. So it's actually kind of another abandoned Sal, an abandoned stitch along. Last but not least, we have Anzac by Long Dog Samplers. This is just off my printer, so it's not, you know, the greatest picture, but I am getting really close to a finish, and if I just would sit down and work on it, I would have so much progress. I would get it done. Anyway, it's coming out so pretty. It's 32 count, 2 threads. Oh, let's see if I can get this arm up. There we go. Look at that. It's getting so close to being done. It's fantastic. So close to being done. Just that area down there. You know how it is. You see shiny, sparkly new charts, shiny, sparkly things, and it catches your attention. And I start something new or I work on something else. But anyway, this is Long Dog Sampler Anzac, and it's Australia, New Zealand animals and history, and just beautiful. I really love it. Let me see if I can hold this up so you can see what else I have to do. So I'll hold this up. Oh, I've got the shark to do still. So I got a lot in that bottom right hand corner still to do. But this is on 32 count Seraphim fabrics called Dusty Road. I didn't want too much modeling. I didn't want it to take away from the animals. And I'm going to show this up close. So there's the koalas, the iguanas, the fighting kangaroos, the bird in the cage, more lizards, a magpie with a lizard in his mouth, whales. I mean, just gorgeous. so pretty. The ship was so fun. And that is my progress on Anzac. 32 count. I'm going to keep working on it because I want it framed on my wall. Maybe I can put it in my new house, right? How fun. Okay, let's talk about a few things that I did get. I have received several giveaways for charts and fabric from people that just didn't want the charts or got extra. A huge thank you. I love giving you guys charts. I love giving you guys things. Let me show a few things of charts that I have bought. So here's the koala that I mentioned earlier by Cottage Garden Samplings. I want to do him small, like 56 count, and put him as an animal in my tree. I think he is just so cute, the koala. We also have, I'm going to show this in the next video because they're actually downstairs. I received the most wonderful gift. Someone sent me two baseball books written by their father. And I'm going to show you guys in the next video because it means so much to me. You guys, when you win giveaways from me, you never have to send me anything. And she sent me something because she knows how much I love not only baseball, but I love the New York Yankees most of all. And I grew up with the Los Angeles Dodgers. And it's going to make sense when I show you the books if you guys are into baseball at all. But she sent me two books written by her father. And it meant the world to me. I will show those in the next video. And like I said, they're downstairs. I actually have them displayed. They're sitting up with a holder, you know, the little holders that you can set a book on, and they're sitting up. Oh, I just love them. We're going to go to giveaway winners in a few minutes, but I do want to show a few more things that I got. Project bag giveaways in another video sent in from an amazing viewer. You guys are awesome. She had some extra project bags she wasn't going to use and thought you guys would like them. So here's number one is from McGraw Stitchery. It is gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. Number two, again, this is not for this video. This is the next one. It is like St. Patrick with the gnome and the pot of gold from McGraw Stitchery. And the next one she sent is this one here, which is the pumpkins. This for sure will be a giveaway next video because October's coming and Halloween is coming. I also had the sweetest person write to me and ask and said, I've received 2 of the Cross Stitch magazine. I'm going to give this away on the next video. Cross Stitch Halloween with all the decorations. Okay, let's talk giveaways. And I'm not going to have giveaways in this video this time because I don't know how fast I can do another video and get them out to you. So watch out for the next video because I'm going to have some of the things that I showed you. And for the last video, we had 2 Barry Manilow bags. Remember, I went back to Las Vegas and I got you the bags. I had several people say how much they loved Barry and how they would love to have a bag. It's just a very basic bag. It's very thin, but it's Barry Manilow. Anyway, the winners of the 2 bags. First one, Barbie Crab 369. The next bag goes to Bella 8994. So you guys won the Barry Manilow bags. Send me a message. I put my email in the beginning of the video. You each won the Barry Manilow bag. Okay, the next giveaway is for color and cotton fabric. It is dyed violets. It's beautiful fabric, 32 count. The winner is Jano Eckler, Kirchbaum, EH9LN. So Jano Eckler Kirchbaum EH9LN, get a hold of me. You won the 32 count fabric. I'd be happy to send it to you. Last but not least, we had the post office, the Mill Hill kit. I accidentally bought it twice. That goes to Darlene L-K-DLK Life. Send me your message or send me an email and where you're from. Tell me where you're from because I have it written down based on comments. I want to make sure the right giveaway goes to the right person. So just send me an email, tell me where you're from, that you won this with your address. Okay, everybody, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for joining me again. For the giveaway winners on this one, send me your email with your address. I'll put my email address here. Just send me an email, let me know you won, and tell me your address, and I'll be more than happy to send you your giveaway gifts. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye everybody.